I'm Paul Wagensel for Cyber Risk Alliance, and here I am with Jim Bowie, who's a CISO of Tampa General Health System. We're going to be talking about their identity protection system and what they see in cybersecurity. So, Jim, what are your biggest challenges right now in cybersecurity, in the hospital system and in terms of identity as well?
It's the user, protecting the user and user accounts. Constantly getting social engineered to getting phished, trying to call the help desk and reset passwords. Right? I mean, it's just all day, every day.
Yeah, nightmare scenario.
Yeah, right.
Every day. So how do you tell, your customers, how do you tell the help desk, don't fall for this? What kind of training can you give them?
We don't let the help desk reset passwords.
Okay.
Because it's humans are humans.
Right.
No matter what policies we put in place, they'd end up wanting to help. And it's not anything that the help desk did wrong. Like 99.9% of their mission is to help people. They want to be helpful. And so when you put in a policy that makes them have to be stern and not helpful, you're going to get someone that wants to help anyway. So it's not their fault. So yeah, we've taken away the ability to do that. Now it has to come through the cybersecurity team. And then we have some detections and alerting tools that will help us out.
So does it help just have to file a ticket?
Yeah, they would create a ticket, goes to the team. They do hang up the call with the attacker or the person trying to reset, and we have to call back at a known number. So it stops the chain. Actually.
That's probably the first stopgap thing to do right there. What do you see as sort of like the future of protecting identity, especially in the healthcare system?
We're gonna have to find a way to verify people remotely because again, everything's global now. No one's at a home base, so we have to figure out a way to really confirm and identify who we're talking to virtually.
Yeah,
it's a tough challenge. There's a couple of things out there. The other thing we have to use is identity protection solutions, right? We have to, see all of a sudden the users in Tampa and now they're in Chicago, or hey, they're coming from a risky IP, or they don't normally log into this at this time. All the behavior analytics, and you need a system that can help you determine all that stuff. So.
Now, hospital. One thing about a hospital is physically, there's a million ways in. Is it the same way with a network?
Oh yeah. There's not only is there the main hospital network, but you're going to have satellite offices, and you might have 6 hospitals in different areas of different states. And, it's just all over the place. And you're going to acquire things, and you're going to merge, and you're going to buy or sell off things. It's just constant, and the vendors all want to be a part of it.
Sure.
So they want all connections in. It's a massive mess.
And how do you handle the question of identity when you have visiting doctors who don't work for you but yet practice on your premises? They work for other firms. They've got visiting rights at Tampa General. Okay. How do you handle that? What kind of identity do they get?
They get an Active Directory account, but they have to get vetted. Right, they have to apply the same policies, same rules. It gets tough. Actually, our user base is twice what our employee count is because of that. Right.
Yeah.
So,
and do patients get an identity as well?
They don't. They get their own to access their records, by law. But it's a different system. It's not the same Active Directory. It's not in our identity system.
Excellent. How do you protect, say, health records or Epic records?
That's the whole trick of the business, right? It takes a whole team. It takes an entire organization, really. The health records themselves, you got to, store them securely. Make sure your permissions are correct. Make sure you're not oversharing. Make sure that you're cataloging and classifying your data so you know where it went. And then really, again, it comes down to the user the identity. If you can do all the fancy networking stuff you want in the world, but if the user gets compromised or they get the identity of something and you can chain that attack or chain those permissions into wherever they want, you closed up all the $2 million of firewalls you just spent. It doesn't matter.
If you had your way, what would be the best way to protect identities?
You need an identity detection and response tool. Like you really do.
Terrific. All right. Why are you here at the HIP conference, and what are you learning?
We're learning all kinds of things. We're here to practice incident response with excellent tabletop exercises that Semperis.
Saw one yesterday.
It was very cool. My team's here to train up on the latest attacks,
Mhm.
its threat intelligence, best protection methods,
Mhm.
best practices.
Mhm.
It takes a community,
Sure.
and a conference like this is the best way to meet all the industry leaders
Mhm.
and see what they're doing and see if you can apply the same thing back at home.
Okay, I have one follow-up question. I mean, you're a CISO. How many people like on your staff are dedicated to identity?
I would say all of them. Although
Really?
we do have an identity team,
Mhm.
and that is 1/3 of the cybersecurity team. But
Okay.
they're every single staff, whether it's GRC, identity protection, and access management, or my security operations team,
Mhm.
my network security engineers,
Mhm.
it all comes back to identity in the end.
Okay. That's all my questions.
Okay.
Anything else you want to say?
No, just train your users, treat people well, and thank you. And all right, Dan.
Great, thanks. I'm Paul Wagenshill for Cyber Risk Alliance, and this is Jim Bowie with the Tampa General Health System.
Thank you.